Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we've got a wild update coming out of Colorado. And honestly, it's not looking too great for Coach Prime and the Buffaloes. So, let's kick it off with the 2025 NFL Draft. Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son and starting QB at Colorado, had a pretty rough night. I mean, ESPN's model said there was a 96% chance he'd be off the board by the 21st pick. And yet, rounds just kept passing by. It wasn't until the 5th round, pick 144 overall, that the Cleveland Browns finally gave Shedeur a shot. And get this, he wasn't even the first QB the Browns picked. They actually took Oregon's Dillon Gabriel earlier. So yeah, the draft didn't exactly unfold the way Shedeur probably dreamed. But honestly, if you were paying attention to what the NFL scouts were saying, it kinda wasn't a surprise. Right before the draft, people were raising big red flags, talking about his arm strength, athleticism, and even a little bit of complacency. Tough criticisms for sure. Meanwhile, Deion Sanders, ever the supportive dad, was flooding Instagram with love and positivity for both his boys, Shedeur and Shilo. He posted, "We trust God and we don't know any other way." But while Deion's focus was on the draft, back in Boulder, the Colorado Buffaloes program was quietly crumbling. Brian Howell, who's super plugged in with Colorado sports, dropped a tweet that was basically a bombshell. He said Colorado had lost some major players overnight to the transfer portal, including a top 2 cornerback, a starting RB, and a starting LB. And it didn't stop there. In total, 12 players have now left during this cycle. 12. That's a whole lot of talent walking out the door. One of the biggest names? Colton Hood, who was supposed to be the guy to replace Travis Hunter, the Heisman hopeful cornerback. Colton had a breakout season last year, putting up 24 tackles, 6 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions. Dude was legit. But he's out, and he explained his decision with a heartfelt post on X, saying basically that the school was moving in a different direction and that he and his brother wanted to keep their dreams alive elsewhere. And speaking of brothers, Colton's brother Brandon Hood and their cousin Trenton are also leaving. Add in LB Jalen Wester, OL Zach Owens, OLJ Gardenhire, LB Kyron Garcia, and CB Malachi Murphy. Yeah, that's a serious hit to Coach Prime's depth chart. Now Deion Sanders isn't just sitting back. He's already brought in 21 players through the portal this offseason and has more commitments coming. He even said earlier this month that he's targeting every area to beef up the roster. So it's not like he's giving up. Far from it. But losing key players right after the spring game? That's gotta sting a little. Meanwhile, back to Shedeur Sanders. He didn't hear his name called at all during the draft. But about 30 minutes after the final pick, he signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as an undrafted free agent. So he's got a shot. Now, it's not going to be easy. He'll be competing with guys like Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jamel Dean, 2 absolute beasts in the Bucs' secondary. But if there's one thing about Shilo, it's that he's a scrappy, turnover-hunting safety who can force fumbles. Injuries kind of derailed his momentum last season, but if he stays healthy and focused, don't count him out. At the end of the day, though, you can feel the emotions running high in the Sanders family. They've been watching all this unfold from Texas, and you could just sense the chip growing on their shoulders. Especially Shilo, who joked during the draft, "If they're making Shedeur wait, oh buddy, I don't even know what they're gonna do with me." Man, what a week for the Sanders family. And honestly, what a critical moment for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes too. So what do you guys think? Are Shedeur and Shilo going to prove the doubters wrong? And is Coach Prime still the right guy to turn Colorado around after all these losses? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm super curious what you guys have to say about this one. Thanks for watching.